Is this you, Alicia? No, it has a check mark, Alisha Marie. Hurt people, hurt people. But I personally have no bag, but love them so much, just upset about myself being broke. This is what's hurtful to me. This is what makes me sad, Alicia, is this. This is your audience, Alicia. Is this person right here who has no bag. Will probably have no Miu Miu bag ever, no Birkin bag, no Louis Vuitton bag, let alone no bunny bag. And yet you're starting this Patreon and charging 10 bucks a fucking month so that you guys can go on these little trips to Vegas, which I saw Remy had it sponsored by Venetian and you didn't disclose that. Hey Remy, I can go further, I promise. Like you, little girl. You know the other thing that hurt people do? They hurt themselves. You know what, Alicia? Go listen to Tottie's sobriety story. Go listen to Tottie talk about her sobriety story. Because when I was listening to that, and I hate doing this because I'm not one of those people, it reminded me of you.
We have a liftoff.
Bitches. Welcome to the vlog. I am in the middle of watching the Koberger hearing.
4 weeks for the defense portion.
They're talking about timing of the trial right now.
The guilt phase.
Yes, sir. They haven't decided yet about him getting to wear the orange or not, Fatburger, but a 10-week trial?
In terms of if there is a penalty phase, which you've been convicted of one of the statutory qualifying
Yeah, if you get convicted,
offenses,
bitch.
how long do we estimate the penalty phase being?
From the state's perspective, I believe we're going to be relying heavily on the evidence that's introduced during the guilt phase, and the additional evidence that we brought
Crazy.
in, unless there's something
Crazy. So that's what I've been watching.
out there.
I thought I would start my vlog for the day. I've just been working on shit. I know, I look lovely today, right? I couldn't even find my bandana, wherever that was, to put on. Just tired. So, yeah, I'm really behind on laundry because I've been tired and in a lot of pain from my back because of the season changing, but yeah, so, was supposed to go get blood work done yesterday and wasn't able to get that done, so I have to do that on Monday, and yeah, there's just, oh, there's a lot going on, but it's okay. It's good to have a lot going on right now. Hello. So Patrick called, and then I got sidetracked with laundry. Say hi, everybody. I'm Emmy. So he's running away. So yeah, I don't know what I was saying. Kobergers. Yeah. I really think he should have to wear the orange jumpsuit. I think him having a tie in jail is a safety hazard from what I saw, but yeah. Not a lot going on, Just another day with lots and lots of laundry, so yeah. The YouTubes have been kind of boring other than all the P. Diddy stuff coming out. Yeah. It's Thursday. It's a laundry day, guys. It's a laundry day. There you are, bitches. So, our girl's on some fuck shit. I have to hang up laundry, so I thought we could talk about it while I hang up laundry. So, I'll try and get you situated here on the bed. But let me first show you my adorable cat. Pause break. Look at that. Emmy. Emmy, don't run. Cats. Anyway, so, okay. Cuteness break over. Why do you have to run away? So anyways. Okay. Sorry, my room is a mess. My aesthetic. Real life. I accept myself for who I am. I accept you too. Anyway, so. Okay. I got laundry to hang up here. Woo. So, I was over on the Reddit, And someone on the Reddit posted a comment they left on Basically Unfiltered, which I haven't watched today because I've been busy and listening to the Koberger thing and whatnot. So, this person's upset too. I was going through to look to see if their comment was still up because Mariah over there loves to delete comments for the Basically Unfiltered crew and her hubby, or soon to be hubby, I don't remember, but anyways. I get it. It's like she's doing it because it's where she gets part of her paycheck too, like her money too, you know what I mean? Like her fiance type deal anyway. So this person's disappointed in them too. And so we had Trisha Paytas, you know, calling them out, and I'm looking through the comments, and Alisha is down in there commenting from her thing. I think this is you, Alisha. Is this you, Alisha? Let's see. No, it has a check mark, Alisha Marie. Hurt people, hurt people. Can you see that? Let's make sure that gets all that. Hurt people, hurt people. Focus on me now. Like you, little girl? You know the other thing that hurt people do? They hurt themselves. With, God, how do I say this without... People who are hurting. You know what, Alisha? Go listen to Tottie's sobriety story. Go listen to Tottie talk about her sobriety story. Because when I was listening to that, and I hate doing this because I'm not one of those people, it reminded me of you. Whether that's a problem for you or not, Alisha, I think you should listen to that. It reminded me of you. People who are hurting will hurt themselves. They'll self-mutilate themselves. They will have addiction problems. So, and a lot of times they're the ones who will go around and not be able to take criticism too. Like you. You can't take criticism. You suck at it. It's always like, poor me. We have to have a Cinderella moment for Alisha. We have to pat the room for her. We can't say anything bad about her because of princess, mental health, whatever. And you're not special. You're not a special snowflake. You need to humble yourself, and you're not. And I don't know if it's because you've been hanging out with Remy, who's not humble. So, or Zane and Heath, not humble. David Dobrik, definitely not humble. Maybe you have a poor attitude because of the people you've chose to surround yourself with, Alisha. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're hurting because you're around people who are hurting you right now. The other thing too is that usually people who point the fingers at other people and say, hurt people, people are jealous, and people are just saying these things because you've been saying this for years. Usually what people say about others constantly is usually how they feel about themselves. Like Foodie Beauty's taught us that shit. You know, where she's always constantly going on, what about your relationship? We know she doesn't have a relationship with Salah. It's bullshit. What about you being famous? What about your views? Her views are fake. We know that. Like, you're not a secure person at all, baby girl. Not at all. Especially when you're shitting on your subscribers who have watched you. Literally, some of them have watched you since child fucking hood. And you just shit on them. Unless they're another influencer who has about the same views of you, or they're on the rise and you can clout goblin off them. Or if it's a famous person that you can like fawn over and touch without consent, like Lana Del Rey, or used to get free Coachella tickets like Tweak, or used for like views like Beyonce, because there was a lot more people who deserved to be at the Beyonce hair thing than you, because there's a lot of black creators out here who do a lot of like curly hair tutorials and stuff, and I've taught a lot of curly haired, not just black women, but white women like me, how to do their fucking hair and keep it healthy. I didn't know how to keep my hair healthy until, you know, as of a few years ago. So you just went and made it into a, I'm meeting famous Beyonce. You were gifted her hair care stuff. All we heard was you liked the clarifying shampoo. That was it. We saw you go to the salon, and it was all about how you got to have a Cinderella moment going to Beyonce's salon. We didn't hear anything about products. Nothing. We heard all about you, though. You meeting Beyonce. You doing this. You doing that. Nothing about Beyonce's hair care line. When we hear about you meeting Lana Del Rey, we don't hear about Lana. We hear about you. And hearing your podcast, you know, about how you've never, ever actually experienced grief, like immediate grief, like with a, which I thought you lost an aunt. I thought your mom's sister passed away. I thought that would have affected you a little bit more. I mean, that would have been sad for me. Maybe you weren't as close to her. Did you ever have a family pet pass away? That would have been that would have felt like grief for me. I just was kind of confused that Alisha, because also too, grief is subjective. So you can experience grief and not have it, you know, a loss like that and not have it be your parents. Exactly. It could be like, you know, a friend's parents, a spouse's parents. You could have lost a friend, a school person. She said someone passed away from school. And it was like, I thought she went to a smaller high school, and it was like it didn't faze her. I've heard Alisha and Remy say that they're empaths, and I've told you guys all, I will never claim being an empath. Or like, what was it? I remember there was one time Yaba from the support group for Foodie Beauty was calling it empath. She's like, what is that? What does that foodie call herself? An empath? An empath? And so every time I hear the word empath, I think empath. But remember, guys, what I've told you. I think I did this on the reaction channel. I said this. Ted Bundy was an empath. I know you're like shocked right now, right? I'm going to repeat that for you because I wasn't a mistake. Ted Bundy was an empath. Ted Bundy actually would get little like awards and stuff because for a time, Ted Bundy, before they got caught him and stuff, Ted Bundy worked for the suicide hotline. Okay, he did. And he was very good at talking to people and literally getting them off a ledge. He was so, everybody said he was very kind. He won, I believe he won awards for how he talked to people and how many people he was able to save. And people would even write in and go, I don't know who this guy was on the hotline, but he saved my behind. Most prolific serial killer in history. Focus on me, camera. Most prolific serial killer in history. Empath. What I learned about this is that being an empath means, all it means is that you can tell what somebody is feeling just by reading them. Kind of like in poker. It's like you can read somebody's tell. So you can tell how they're feeling based off of their actions, their mannerisms, the things they are saying, how they're saying them, if their voice is shaky, whatever. And you know how to talk to that person. What being an empath doesn't mean Or what it doesn't mean, it doesn't mean being an empath doesn't mean you have compassion. I'm trying to get that. People who are empaths don't always have compassion. Ted Bundy, he did not have compassion for everybody. Clearly, there was something about women that he didn't like. But he was an empath. He saved people on the suicide hotline. But yet he would go out and target women, pretend to have like a cast on, and be like, can you help me with my car? And then whop them over the head and shove them in the back of his hatchback or his little yellow bug thing or whatever. Dude was an empath. But he lacked compassion. Scary. That is a scary motherfucking thing. Because he was an empath, he was able to trick guards. He was able to escape prison, I believe more than once. And kill people when he did get out. When he escaped. Did brutal murders. It's not... Generally, in my opinion, I gotta hang this shit up over here. Can you hear the washer going? A good thing to be labeled as an empath, because Ted Bundy was one. Also, like, I remember this with like Shane Dawson. I showed you this clip a long time ago about Shane Dawson and how he said he didn't really feel anything when he wasn't filming on YouTube. That he felt like he was living an alternate life when he was like vlogging and posting to YouTube. It kind of reminded me of that, because he's someone who goes, I'm an empath, I feel so much. And it's like, do you? Because it feels like you lack compassion. See, that doesn't generally mean you're a sociopath. That doesn't mean you're, you know, a serial killer. You just... you know how to read people and you lack compassion. So you're not always going to be a good person about how you read people, right? It's why we have people who are really good at poker, like I said. It's like reading somebody's tell, you know, at poker, you know, being able to tell if they're, like, bluffing on you or something. So that's kind of how I see it. But I thought that was just some shit. Let's see what this person had to say in the comments. Ooh. We'll just lean over here. Do this in the bedroom. Okay. Hurt people, hurt people. I want to see if this comment is still up. Do 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 do. Oh, here it is. It is still here. An hour ago. Congrats, Remy and Alisha, for ruining your YouTube career by starting this podcast. This has allowed a really ugly light to shine on the two people I looked forward to watching every week. It's giving me midlife crisis energy, not knowing who you identity, I think they mean like who you are, who you identify as anyone. I am sorry to say you have been losing so many subscribers, but best of luck to both. And then one person saying, like, if this is affecting you, maybe you should reflect on yourself. Your subscribers have been watching you for years. Them telling you that this is why I'm unsubscribing is actually nice of them, because then you might be able to fix this. Because like I said, the FTC is going to be coming. You need to start disclosing. How are you going to pay that bill if you got this shit? You have... And you're just like, yeah, fuck it. You're not like me, where you have your bills paid. And this is just for free and for fun and for interaction. This is crazy. Wow. It's kind of a hate-love the Patreon, because, yes, get that bag. Get in your bag! But I personally have no bag, but love them so much, just upset about myself being broke. This is what's hurtful to me. This is what makes me sad, Alisha, is this. This is your audience, Alisha. Is this person right here who has no bag. Will probably have no Miu Miu bag ever, no Birkin bag, no Louis Vuitton bag, let alone no bunny bag. And yet, you're starting this Patreon and charging $10 a fucking month so that you guys can go on these little trips to Vegas, which I saw Remy had it sponsored by Venetian, and you didn't disclose that. Hey, Remy, I can go further, I promise. How many socks do I have in stock? Go ask King Kendrick, he knows. This summer hasn't been good and bad winter is coming. Jesus. Whoa. Listen to this one. Screenshot. Gotta save that for the archive, as FFG would say. I love you all so much. And this podcast has been a saving grace for me over the last few weeks. But I'm so curious to know if you all are aware of some of the hate being discussed regarding this podcast, specifically with Remy and Alicia's reputation being at risk. Again, I'm not hating. I'm just curious about that, about what their thoughts are, and if they're even aware. I also watch the Just Trish podcast, love her too, where they discuss this topic quite a bit. And then this other person, this person is like all up on them. It's Blue S5398. Oh, they're a hockey fan too. I'm like, oh, St. Blues. Oh, that's your team. Hockey season's coming. Yes. I know. I'm just like, oh. Interesting. Rainbow loom tutorials that rock. Where? Yeah. So you got one person that's like totally hounding everybody in here who has a differing opinion. That's great. Wow. Wow. A lot of yays. A lot of bots. Wow. I'm gonna have to react. I have to figure out my reaction shit still, guys. Yeah. I have to figure out that. I have to learn OBS, because I'm like, but I want to react, but... Or I can just try reacting in real time to some of this stuff and breaking it down even shorter. I just feel like it's gonna take so long. Or I could just, like, go through the podcast and do it kind of like how, Garlic Bread does it. Maybe I'll do that. That could be fun. I don't know, with my little character, and I could do other little things over it. I don't know. That could be fun. That could be fun. And then we could have our little teaching things in there. That could be fun. I don't know. It would be kind of like Peter Mon style, but also like a reaction, because, like, do we need to really react to them? And I could take clips of whatever's interesting. We could start doing that more like a clip recap. Like a recap instead of reactions. And then when I figure out the reaction part, we could start doing that. Just so I can get the content up still. Because I really enjoy watching the stuff. And then, like, I'm hoping I can find some people, more people to talk to. Just not on the Reddit, you know. Like, over on my channels, you know. So... Because it's fun making the art and also getting the feedback on, like, my editing and stuff, or that styling and whatnot, so. Laundry, that shit. You know, I was thinking about getting in the shower, getting ready for bed early. It's only like 5:10. I'm just kind of like, it might be a good idea. Like, I'll probably be up tonight editing my work project, because I really like working on that, and I'm getting really excited about finishing it up. So I'm thinking about working on that tonight, working late. So maybe I'll have Patrick get coffee on the way home. Oh, our Queen Foodie Beauty, who's vacationing, not visa hopping. So stupid, right? In Thailand, while she was on her live stream this morning, Foodie got a note under her door. She's like streaming, and this note gets put under the door. She goes over and gets it, and it's telling her, I'm telling you, I love Thai women. They are so funny, and I'm sure the maids have had enough with her, but they told her she needed to pick up her shit before they came in to clean. That she has so much garbage, she needs to pick it up, and she needs to not let her garbage overflow in the room. She needs to take it out, and where she can take it out in between. And they need to be able to come into her room every 2 days to make sure she's cleaning it up. I love Thai women, they're so great. Like the Thai woman who asked Foodie last year if she was pregnant or just fat. Like, she said it that way. She goes, "Are you pregnant or just fat?" While holding her baby. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna get in the shower so I can get clean. Yeah, it's a few days later. I basically worked all weekend on the client project, but it's done. There's just like some minor tweaks, but it's done. So I'm like free of that project of working on it, and I'm really proud of it. The client really likes it. It's gonna be great. So, welcome to Tuesday. I know. That's all I did this weekend, basically. Just like crunched out work, but I did it, so yeah. Welcome to the vlogs. Not editing that out, we all cough. So I downloaded OBS, and I used OBS before when I was gonna do that documentary on the YouTube algorithm and YouTube as like a business structure, and then it got complicated because I started learning shit I really didn't want to know about, like Google, and just, yeah, it became a lot, and yeah, and then I talked to some people, and I'm like, yeah, and then I'd heard Susan Wojcicki wasn't doing well, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go there, and, well, now she's dead, so, yeah, R.I.P. Susan. Remember, guys, Susan is the reason why you get paid here on YouTube. She advocated for the YouTube creator program. She advocated for people to get paid for what they did on YouTube. Oh, lighting's fucked. Whatever. You get it. Yeah, she advocated for that. She's the reason why Google bought YouTube, because she was like, this shit's gonna be better than our Google platform. Buy this. And they did. So a lot of, like, if you get an AdSense check, you should be thanking Saint Susan Wojcicki. That should be like your saint. You should have a little statue of her. That's why you get a nice check every month, because that check, actually, they wanted it to be a lot smaller. They wanted the AdSense revenue to be like, not an income, but like, you know, throwing a couple bucks people's way. She wanted people to make an income off of YouTube. And all the people who trashed her over the years are all the people who are making an income off of YouTube. Yeah. I think that's also why it was easy for her to step away without actually saying goodbye to everybody. Because it was like, well, fuck you guys. You guys didn't care. I don't want you guys trashing me while I have cancer. So it's really sad what happened with that, with her end of her career. She was very disrespected on this platform, especially the one YouTuber who said that gamers are treated like second-class citizens on the platform. I'm thinking, you guys have your own liaison. They were pumping a lot of advertising bucks into your vertical and fixing algorithm issues specifically for your vertical when they don't do that for other communities. Like the beauty community, for the longest time, LGBTQI plus creators had a problem because the algorithm, their language model, they call it a natural language model, learning model, or whatever the fuck. It was called BERT. That was what the AI's name was, called BERT. And Google had this like picture of BERT, like from Sesame Street, with all the things that Google did, you know, this Google AI was gonna do. Well, BERT had a lot of problems. BERT associated the word fairy with slurs. It associated gay with slurs. And so, like, I guess the way the language model on here works is that, and you can go to WordNet and see the data set that they've dumped into our algorithm to power it. And you'll see as they do like word assimiles. So they'll be like, the word ball is associated with words like round, basketball, soccer, you know, like similar words. Or like coat is also another word for jacket. Well, it would take the word gay and it would also then say like all these slurs. And so basically WordNet was saying gay was a slur. So whenever anybody put gay in their title, my coming out story, gay, LGBT, it associated all that negatively and then would assign a like a value to that would weight it negatively in the algorithm, and then as that it gets blocked. That's what happened with that. Yeah, I really hate that it's doing this. I should move, but I don't know. Yeah, the algorithm, like I've said, it is racist. It is homophobic. It loves both extreme political views. It loves extreme political views, whether it's conservative or liberal. Extremes. It loves extremes. That's why extreme conservative and liberal views get pushed on YouTube. However you feel, those two agendas. You never see people in the middle. It's always the polar, because the algorithm was trained on that crap. And because, you know, like people get it's a whole thing. Yeah, the algorithm, what else does it do? Oh, it loves cats. I've told you this about the algorithm, loves cats, because the data set, ImageNet, that when ImageNet was created, it was created by people working for Amazon Mechanical Turks, which is a way to pay for cheap labor off of Amazon. It's an Amazon sub company, you know, type deal. Focus, camera, Jesus. Do you hear the trash can? That's a dumpster. Anyway, so so Amazon Mechanical Turks was employing people who work from home, kind of like people like me, and they would pay them like a couple bucks an hour to sit there and put boxes around certain parts of a picture and label it. So they would say, you're going to be labeling cats. So you're going to go through and you're going to label as many pictures as you can and put cat, so that like it would then learn to recognize what a cat is. You'd feed all this information into the algorithm and it would learn from seeing all these pictures, that's the theory, that what a cat looks like. Well, I mean, think about this. Most of the people who are shut-ins, who are disabled and work from home, what do we have? Cats. Here's the other thing. If you look at the map of the people who were working for Mechanical Turks, for ImageNet, they have a map to show. They're like, look at the diverse population of people who are working on Mechanical Turks. It's not diverse at all. It is all concentrated in the United States, in the South. That's how we got black women being labeled gorillas in ImageNet. Oprah was labeled as a gorilla. I can see someone who sits at home getting paid a couple bucks an hour, fucking off, who is like, you know, I'm thinking already going, yeah, gorilla for Oprah. Right? So, yeah, these people all had cats. They all had cats, so that's why cats are popular on the internet. That's why you see a lot of cat videos, a lot of cat memes. It's because the algorithm recognizes cats. Like, the most image, out of all the images categories in ImageNet, there are more pictures of cats than anything else. There are more pictures of cats than humans. There are more pictures of cats than... That's why I think anime is popular, is because anime, the face shape, the characteristics, is based off of the dimensions of a cat face. Mind blown, right? So that's why I think anime is popular on social media as well, is because the algorithm picks up on that. It likes it. It looks like a cat. Is that weird? That's weird, right? So dogs have been screwed. Think about this. If you're old enough to remember, now I am, the early 2000s, we didn't have, like, cats weren't popular. I used to hear people talk down about cats. It's like Mark and Brian, who had this radio show that was really popular in the 90s, had this whole radio talk segment about how cats treat their owners like an employee, and dogs are a part of the family. When you get a cat, it's like you're an employee, where the dog's a part of your family. After social media happened, I never heard anybody put down cats, except maybe a few dog people here and there. But for the most part, people just love cats. Cat memes, cats everywhere. Now, I love cats too. Don't get me wrong, but I can see how the popularity of cats have been artificially inflated by an algorithm. Looking at the science and the history. I know, we just sat here and talked about that. So, I think I got everything situated so I can get back to doing reactions now that I got my project done. Let's see what's on the YouTubes together. That's always fun. So, yeah, I didn't do anything this weekend, really, at all. Now, this coming weekend I have plans because it's my birthday. So I'm going out with my friends, and Patrick's taking me out. So I'll see if I can get some little videos, like, you know, what I usually do on my phone and stuff, so I can, when I talk to you guys about it, and share my experiences, because I'll probably do it like Peter Mon style. Ooh, look at this. So Trisha Paytas' podcast is going to be coming on in 10 minutes. This is smart. See, this is what Basically Unfiltered should be doing. Formerly, Pretty Unfiltered. You should be premiering your podcasts and then sitting in the chat from your guys' YouTube channels and responding to people. You would get better engagement. It would be better for your podcast. But instead, Trisha's beating you guys. I think Trisha's doing better. And I know that you guys are artificially inflating those fucking views. Or you know how to do the SEO so that it hits the algorithm, but they're auto-generated views. Like, remember, we gotta break down the views. What type of views are they? Are they auto-suggested views? Are they views coming from people searching? Which those are the views, because those are people who are actually in there looking for you. That's a better customer than someone who just got recommended something and kind of passively watched for a little bit, right? So many nuances to this crap. So yeah, Trisha's gonna be talking about Dramageddon. Answers from Jeffree Star. Trisha apologizes for recent drama. Oh, did you watch my last video, Trisha? Told you can hang out. It's cool. Yeah, she's gonna be apologizing for a long time and stuff. But that's when you do something. It's like a learning lesson. It's like telling, like, younger people, don't do this shit. Don't trade your integrity away for the dollar, because then later on You know, it might not work out and you might have to suffer the repercussions of it, you know. Let's see. So she's not on for another 10 minutes. What else is going on? Foodie Beauty in Kuwait. Foodie Beauty did a Temu haul, and then she's like, well, not all of it comes from, like, these poor factories and stuff. Not all of it, guys. You know, most things are coming from those factories anyways. It's like, God, Foodie. At least Alisha took her Temu video down, but she never explained any of it. She never talked about it. There's just so much room for improvement, little girl. Like, lots of improvement, and yet you do none of it. Oh, here's the other fun thing. Here's something we can talk about. We were talking about this on the Reddit. I was talking this on the Reddit this morning with everybody, so this is important. We're going to talk about this on the reaction channel as well. So, where was this shit? Okay. They were talking about, someone wanted to know if Remy was writing off her grocery hauls. Because she puts them in videos, and so, like, going to Erewhon, and the answer is yes. So the way this works is anything you use business-wise. So if your YouTube channel, say like Alisha and Remy, for example, has her YouTube channel and Alisha too set up as LLCs. So, which people love to say legal liability company and act like it protects you from everything. You can still get sued when you have those. You can still get sued personally. They can still come after your house. So just because you have a LLC doesn't mean shit. It's like the basic way of starting a company. One of the basic ways, you know. There's a lot of ways you can incorporate. There's a lot of different ways you can do business stuff. And if Patrick was here, I'd probably have him explain it because he's got a doctoral degree in business. So we know a lot about this crap. So anyway, so the way he told me is that if you have it set up as like a LLC or a corporation or whatever, as a business entity, your YouTube channel, so then you can expense everything on there, and anything that you buy for your business can then be deducted from the taxes that you owe. So, and usually it's like, for example, it's only so much of the price that you can deduct. Sometimes it's only so much. And this is what a CPA is for, and that's really, like, I'm not a CPA, so, but I'm just telling you, like, the gist, so, like, us sitting here gossiping at home kind of get it, right? We're just gossiping here. So, which, I want coffee. Let's get some coffee while we're gossiping. So yeah, so you deduct that from your taxable income. Now, it is a gray area. It is a very gray area because some people will deduct things that they're not really supposed to, like, and say it, well, it was a business car, like a Ferrari, well, it was for the business, or blah, blah, blah. And when the government starts seeing that, Uncle Sam sees that, he gets suspicious, and he wants to audit you. And so you have to make sure you have all of your receipts, you have everything to show Uncle Sam, or he's going to be like, where's my money? With compound interest. Compound interest is the devil's work, okay, guys? Compound interest is the fucking devil. It will fuck you over. That's why a lot of people, when they have, like, tax issues and stuff, will try to negotiate down with the government. And it'll build up, and they'll try to negotiate that interest off. Because a lot of times, these people who owe millions of dollars, they can get the interest, like, reduced a lot and stuff. It just depends. It depends on who you're working with over there. So, yeah. I think Alisha Marie knows all this because her mom worked for the IRS. So, I don't know. So, like, Remy buying her Birkin bag and doing a vlog about that, deducted. If they go luxury shopping in a vlog, they can deduct that. if they do an Amazon gadget, kitchen gadget haul, deduct it. The Vegas trip, deduct it. Whatever wasn't sponsored correctly. Remy didn't disclose that when she showed it on her story. She was like, look, Venetian gave us a room. Didn't say hashtag ad or any of that crap. So, as you can see, there's a lot of nuances. And so, yeah, you don't do it right, you can get in a lot of trouble. If you have a good CPA, they know how to do it so you don't get in trouble. And you want to find the right CPA, because there's a lot of CPAs, they are good in certain areas. So some CPAs are good at managing, you know, for a company, or some people are good at managing for people who are like an independent contractor, like Alisha and Remy, who have multiple streams of income coming in. There's probably CPAs out in LA who specialize in just doing the books and shit for influencers now. Would be a good gig to get into, since there's a lot of nuances when it's like running your own personal business, but when it comes to YouTube and lifestyle content, as somebody said on this Reddit, they said it's weird in a gray area because it's lifestyle content, and yes, you're using it for your house. See, like, here's the other thing. Remy's house, because Remy and Alisha work from home, that's part of that's deductible. So those $1 million homes in LA, part of that's being deducted. Alisha leasing that car and showing it for years in her vlogs, deductible. She drove that car to Coachella and stuff, you know, that's for work stuff, deductible. Buying clothes to go to Coachella, so like that custom Sabrina Carpenter dress that Remy had made, she can deduct that because that was for work. You getting a little angry now? Yeah, see, those of us who have no Miu Miu bag, no Prada bag, no money bag, don't like hearing about that. The other thing I talked about was Remy took out a PPP loan. I heard this from the Dad Challenge podcast a couple years ago during the pandemic. He was calling out a bunch of people. Laura DIY took out a PPP loan, and then Remy did. Remy took this PPP loan out right after she bought her house. And she shouldn't have needed to take out that PPP loan because her and Alisha just got paid for their Tarte collab. So I don't understand. Like, technically, Remy probably had some influencer trips that she was going to get paid for that she had to cancel because of the pandemic. But I don't think she lost income like someone who had to shut a restaurant down, or a dental office, or a you know, one of the a hairstylist who didn't work, didn't have any way to make money. You okay? Sorry about that. You know, Frank was waking up and he's my baby, and I was like, oh. So yeah, he was sneezy. I've been sneezy too. Allergies. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh, the PPP loans. Not cutting that out. We all cough, goddammit. So the PPP loans. So yeah, Remy didn't like lose income like some people did. She was still able to vlog from home, do cooking with Remy from home. They were able to do the podcast still. So I don't understand. They were still getting sponsorships. I know that they said AdSense was a little bad at first, but then after a while it got better. So just sit with me, Frank. Sit with me. Hey, when they sit with me for like a second or two and then they're like, you're not petting me consistently, I'm moving. Cats. Like I told you, like it, working right might have been right. It's like being an employee. So yeah, I don't know why Laura DIY and Remy would need to take out PPP loans. And remember, A lot of people didn't, who had restaurants and had to lose their, or hairstylists and stuff, people who had businesses, a lot of people didn't get them because these influencers got up there first. Yeah, like, a lot of people didn't get the loans because there wasn't enough to go around. And Remy and Laura basically took money out of people's pockets. And that money never had to be paid back. They never paid those back. As long as they met those certain requirements, she didn't need to pay any of that back. So, remember how Remy was like buying all this crap for her house when she first moved in there? I bet you that's where the money came from. My categories. It's crap, right? That's some crap, so. I know this vlog is probably kind of long and weird and just me ranting, but I mean, like I said, bad winter's coming. The crash out. The crash out's here. Like, what are you doing, you guys? Like, Alisha disclosed in her last vlog, but it's like, what about all the other ones? I don't know. I got some reacting to do. I'll get this edited and up. But yeah, we're moving forward still. We're moving forward. We figured out, I think OBS is going to be the way to go. The reaction channel, I might be able to get more shit up. And that would be good to learn it so that maybe I can use it for live streaming eventually. So, yeah. Anyways, as always, I love you guys. And I hope you guys are doing well and hanging in there and all the things. And I know a lot of people are going through a lot of tough things right now, especially with the hurricanes and stuff, so I'm thinking about everybody because that's not easy, losing your home and neighbors and all that. So yeah, hang in there, guys. We'll make it through bad winter. We're gonna prepare for it because we're gonna prepare for it, okay? Like, unlike some other people, right? What did Kendrick say? We're watching the party. It's time to watch your party. So, yeah. Love you guys. And I hope you have fun doing whatever you're gonna do. Until I see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah!